What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna show y'all how to restain a table that's been beat up by the sun a little bit. First, you want to take some steel wool and knock off all of the high spots. If you can see where it look like it's peeling, that's the main part you want to concentrate on. I already stained this table in the past. Show you guys the stain that I normally use. Rust-Oleum. Got the stain plus the polyurethane, so you don't have to go back and clear coat it. Stuff costs about 17 bucks for a big can like that, so it's relatively cheap. So what you want to do is you want to take your steel wool and you want to go with the grain. As you can see, a lot of it's peeling up. You want to keep hitting it until all of those rough spots smooth out. The reason I'm not doing it with a sander today because I don't want to take all of this stain off. I mean, you could, but that would be a really long process. I would only do that if I was changing the color. But since I'm going back with the same color, it's not really necessary to sand it. All right, guys, once you steel wool it, you want to take you a damp towel and kind of go over it just to get all of that extra steel wool off, because it's going to leave debris all over your table. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it looked like some silver kind of dust. As you can see, some of it still look a little rough, but it's okay. So I'm gonna put a thick layer of stain on. Sit outside all year round, so the weather gonna beat up on it. You probably have to do this once a year if your table's sitting in the elements. Got it nice and wiped down. Gonna let that dry for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to stain. All right, I'm back. I pulled it out the sun a little bit. As you can see, I done knocked down all the rough spots, all of the high spots where it was peeling. If you want to know where I'm located in Texas, so I hear the sun get pretty brutal, and that's all it is. It's just beaten up by the weather. But this kind of our hangout table. All the family like to eat here. It's just a little handmade table. What you want to do is get you a flathead to open up your stain. You definitely gonna need it the first time. And if you have any left, take you a hammer or a mallet and beat it back down so you can seal it up and save the stain for later. Just took it off to show you guys. What I like to do is take it. You can do this before you open it up. Give it a little shake. See that little piece flopping around? That's just from the residue on the inside. This is almost like a black. It's called ebony. I recommend, if you've never done this before, just go ahead and put you some newspaper down if you don't want it to fall on your ground. but it comes up pretty easy once it's dry. Now, people who used to staining, they'll probably look at me and be like, think I'm crazy just for pouring it on like this. Now, you can either use a brush, but I like this method better. Learned this in wood shop in high school. And what I was taught is to get an old t-shirt. Get an old t-shirt, you could tear it up and fold it nice and neat. Make you like a little pad. You see how I got the stain on? Do is you just start going across with the grain. You don't want to go against the grain. On this side, I'm just filling in a lot of these little weather beaten spots, so it don't really require much. As you can see, it's covering those spots up. You wonder where I got this table, because it looked like it's just a handmade table. Just use some pipes from Home Depot. And got some wood and just kind of made a makeshift table. It's pretty cheap to do. So here on this side, you can see I left it put a little bit more stain so I can have it thicker. Want to give it a nice even coat. What I like to do is let the first coat dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and fill in these lighter spots with more stain. You can see the lighter spots now. When I come back with the second coat, it's gonna cover all that up. Okay, I'm letting you guys see this is coat number 1. You see it filled in all of those weather beaten spots on the first 2 panels of wood. But on this third one, you can still see those light spots. So I'm only gonna go over this third one with the second coat. Gonna give this a couple minutes to dry, and then I'll be back, guys. All those light spots is what I'm gonna fill in on this second and last coat. So you don't really have any here. And this color is a ebony, like I said earlier. It's almost black, but it's really like a dark brown. Okay, I poured a little more stain on. I'm gonna go in and fill in the rest. If you're a professional painter out there, I know this is all the way wrong. But if you just a regular old do-it-yourselfer like me, hey, it works and it get the job done. As long as the wife is happy at the end of the day. It's a color she picked, and I'ma stick with it. You see those streaks? That's why you don't want to go against the grain, because if you go against the grain, those streaks will stay there, and it'll fight against the pattern, natural pattern of the wood. Yeah, you see it darken it up. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna have to put another coat. It got darker, but it's not what it should be. One more time should get the job done. I'm gonna give it another 5 to 10 minutes and let it dry up a little bit before I put a third coat. But you can see the progress. You see where we first started from. Looking really good. Ready for a card game. All right, guys, I'm back after a third coat. See, all of the light spots are gone. Sorry for walking in the sun. Know you probably getting that glare, but this is the look. So for all you DIYers out there, if you want to stain your table or you got a weather beaten table, that's how you do it. To you professionals out there, y'all keep being professional. But I wanted to save a couple dollars today. I appreciate you guys for checking out. Until the next video, peace. One more quick tip for you guys if you want to save your stain. You put your top on, take the back of your flathead or a mallet, get a good seal on it. That way it'll stay fresh and it won't dry out on you.